If you're a fan of it, sushi is delicious. It's incredible. But gas station sushi, not so much. But I think the right sushi really makes a difference. And the same goes for finding the right doctor. With ZocDoc, you can find the right doctor for you in your network and in your neighborhood.
ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. Now listen, go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your research for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Can I tell you what happened to me recently?
What happened?
I lost one of my favorite hats, and it's very annoying. So I know it's a material thing, whatever. But I get so annoyed when I lose like an article of clothing that I really like. It really like puts a damper in my day.
Can you describe the hat?
It was the black Nike hat I wear I wear it all the time. It has a little silver thing. And I thought I ordered the same one again, but then this showed up in my home. And I think this is just a little too much. I like the little tiny little silver check that was here. So, but I think like they make like stuff seasonally, so I don't think that's coming out again. So I'm just very upset. It was also like a fabric one, so I could like wash it because, you know, I wear it all the time. And this is material, you can't like wash it. So I'm just very like, whatever.
I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds very annoying. Did you lose it in your home? Did you lose it on the road?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even. I don't know where I lost it. It was coming back from a trip. I had to ask this
annoying question that everyone always asks. But when was the last place you saw it? That's just such an annoying question. Everyone's like, "When's the last place you saw it?" Sometimes it helps.
I don't remember it. I tried to forget that day. Yeah, I don't know where it was, but it's very irritating. Yeah, well, did you lose something recently?
Have I lost anything recently? No, I don't. I can't think of anything that I've lost recently. Sometimes I do this thing where I carry a fanny pack. So mostly I carry either this Gucci fanny pack or I have this Coach purse that I carry almost everywhere. It's either this like black Gucci fanny pack or this black Coach purse. And I'm just basically putting all my stuff between the two. And sometimes when I travel, I do this thing where I accidentally leave my keys in my purse and the purse is in the suitcase. And then I get to the door and I have to either like open up my suitcase to get to my keys, which like drives me crazy, or use like the code to get in. But then like my code thing is like kind of messed up. So it's just me like jiggling the handle. So I didn't lose anything, but I did accidentally leave my keys in my suitcase when getting home. And like, you don't want to open your suitcase on your front door. Like that's just, it's too much. It's too much. Do you unpack your suitcase like as soon as you get home?
Yes. I unpack my suitcase.
Like the moment you get home, you don't waste a moment.
I go in the kitchen. I like straighten up downstairs. I live downstairs is like out of order a little bit. And I go right upstairs and I unpack my entire boy bag and my entire drag suitcase. I unpack everything. Every time. Andy thinks it's the strangest thing, but leaving it for later is so annoying to me because I'm like, it has to be done eventually. And I'd rather just do it and get it done as soon as I get home. Also, I just feel cleaner. You know? What about you? How long do you wait?
It doesn't make me feel cleaner because it's in a suitcase. It's in a suitcase. What I normally do is it depends. I unpack the out of drag stuff usually pretty soon. And then my drag stuff, sometimes I will leave it until I have to pack again because I don't unpack my makeup. So sometimes I'll just take the stuff out and then I'll take it to the dry cleaner if it needs to be dry cleaned, or I'll just hang it up if I can hang it up. And then I just pack in the new clothes. But I usually end up opening it and washing my tights anyway. If I wore tights, sometimes I don't wear tights when I'm wearing these little like trapeze shirts I've been wearing because they're so comfy when I do. What?
You did something the other day and I was screaming on my phone. I liked a picture, a comment. I was like, look at my little baby looking so pretty, so cute.
What?
You wore that little red dress and you wore those open-toed gold pump sandals. I said, look at my girl. She looking cute.
I've worn those sandals several times. Well, thank you for the compliment. I've worn those sandals several times.
I just noticed you wearing them. And I was like, Bob looks so cute. These open-toed shoes, honey. You look very cute. I loved it. I would wear that outfit.
That's a very kind compliment. That's a very kind compliment, and I appreciate it. That outfit was made by Godoy, Danny Godoy, who's a really great designer here in Los Angeles. So a big shout out to Danny.
Mine would have been a little sluttier. Yours like a lady length, like down to your knees. Mine probably would have been like just below my ass. Honestly, I'm gonna go to Godoy. I'm like, can you make me this outfit? But instead of having it down to the knees, I want it like right above, like right below the crack, like right at the crack of my ass.
I used to wear my dresses really high, like right at my crotch level. But, you know, when you're doing stand-up, it's not like being in the theater. Like, they are so close to the end of the stage, and they can really see up your garments. I'm like, you can really see my business. So I'm going to make my dress a decent length. And I also, I'm like kicking and turning and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't want anything popping. One time I did a show I can't remember where I was, but like, I remember I wasn't wearing padding or tights, and girl, like my family jewels were like about to slip out, and I was like, this is too much. Like, I can't have this going on in my life. You know what I I mean? What have you been up to? So
my balls
where
fully,
are you at? Where are you at? What are you doing?
A few times on Sibling Rivalry tour, my balls fully came out, and I just make a joke about it. Like, sometimes we do the opening number, and the way that you don't wear gaff anymore, but I wear. There's a brand called Tuck It Up, and they make tucking panties for drag queens and people who want to who have penises or whatever, and they want to tuck them away in a look, and like that they specifically make undergarments for that. So that's what I wear. But so I got a medium and a large, like the medium to get really tight in there to really secure it, and I wear two, the medium and the large was on top of that for any other spillage that may be everywhere. But sometimes that medium, girl, my stuff be poking out of there, and then like your ball gets like mangled inside of your stuff. And it happened a few times on stage. I think specifically in Boston, and someone took a picture and sent it to me. I was like, "Yep, those are my balls." Just out.
Maybe you're not supposed to wear a medium. You're a lady with a lot of meat on your body, and I think that maybe you're supposed to wear a large. And then I would say probably on top of the tuck it away, just grab yourself a tight pair of panties, like of all encompassing panties, like all like the booty, the whole like a granny panty, if you will, but real tight, and pull them up, and that could be a great alternative to your
that's a good idea, but I can't do that because on top of that, and I just put my tights on. I don't wear my fishnets on top. I don't wear tights. I wear just my normal. So if the granny panty is showing, I don't wearing a leotard cut, you're gonna see the granny panty. So that's why I can't do that. That's why I do the tuck it away.
Why don't you put on the tuck it? Why do you put on the tuck it away, the tuck it, and then put on the fishnets and then put on the granny panty? What?
Why don't you put on the tuck it away, and then to put it back, and then put on the fishnet, the granny panty pleaser?
Well, the tuck it away, the fishnet, and then the granny panty on top of the fishnet. Why don't you do that?
Maybe that. We'll see. It doesn't happen often, but it happened twice on tour. Also, because to your point, like I haven't done a whole bunch of gigs where I'm doing a whole bunch of moving. Normally just stand-up stuff, standing still on stage. I get physical, but not like doing our choreo and rolling on the floor and doing this and that with our legs. Like, I haven't danced that hard in a long time from before our tour. It's been a very long time. So I was like, oh yeah, but you're doing a lot of stuff on stage. You need to like not have you need to extra double bag it, you know?
I saw you wearing my pants doing your stand up, and I thought you looked so great, and I was just happy to see you in those pants.
I did. I wore your pants. Those are pants you wore in your first special, right? Suspiciously Large Woman.
Yeah, and I saw clips, and I was like, I was just thinking to myself, I love that she's wearing these pants. You know, if anyone out there wants to know truly the weight of my heart, is if I give you something and you use it and you send me a picture of you using it, or if I see it, if you post on the internet, it really feels nice. I think I get it from my mom. My mom likes to like she's like send me pictures of you. Like if you anything, she's like, just send me a picture of it. Just send me a picture of it. My mom got Jacob this yarmulke, the Pac-Man yarmulke, because Jacob was wearing this Pac-Man hoodie that I used to own. I don't know where that Pac-Man hoodie is nowadays. Probably somewhere in storage. And my mom saw Jacob wearing the hoodie at Christmas, and then she was like, I'm going to get Jacob a Pac-Man yarmulke. Because Jacob wears a yarmulke around Christmas time because he wants everyone to know he's not celebrating Christmas. And my mom got him this Pac-Man yarmulke. So he hadn't worn it out much because Jacob doesn't wear yarmulkes much. And I said, Jacob, I don't think you understand. I need a picture of you in this. I need a picture of you in this yarmulke. Like, I know you don't wear yarmulkes a lot, but I absolutely have to have a picture of you in this yarmulke to send to my mother. Even if you just put it on and we just sit in the house, I cannot go home unless I get a picture of you wearing this yarmulke.
That is so interesting. My family is the opposite. Like, and not, I knew this about you before. I knew that's how your mom is, but it's just so interesting to hear how like different family dynamics work. Because our family is not like that. If someone gives you a gift, or someone gives you something, like no one don't care. They see you, and I'm sure someone will be happy to see it. But we're not like the family. Like I need to see the picture of it. It makes us happy. Like when I don't. It's just so funny how different dynamics operate.
Yeah, whenever anyone gives me something, I put it on and I take a picture. Even the fans, like you'll notice when we were in Houston or wherever we were, I was like, Monet, we should wear these Megan Thee Stallion shirts. Like this person needs to see us. I was like, they have to see us wearing these shirts. They have to see us wearing these shirts.
Well,
I was
where's
like,
the damn earrings I gave you?
This.
Can I see a picture?
What earrings?
The gold earrings I gave you your birthday.
I sent you a picture of me wearing the ring, and I sent you a picture of me wearing the
I don't remember that.
the
Maybe you did. I don't remember though.
Both. And then I gave you the ring, and you never gave me the ring back. You took the ring from me and never gave it back.
Oh, I don't know where that ring is.
By the way, you lost my ring.
No, I had it. I went to go back to Versace because it was too small, too big for you.
I can't remember. You lost it?
No, I took it to the Versace store, and
maybe you gave it back to Jacob because.
Yeah, I took it to the Versace store, and then they were like, yeah, for whatever reason they couldn't exchange it for a size, even though I had the receipt. Whatever reason why they couldn't exchange it, I brought it back to your place at 84 Washington. But I don't know what happened. Maybe
you gave it to Jacob. I mean, there have been times you've been here without me, but I sent you a picture of me on the plane wearing the earrings, and I also wore them when we're here, and I also sent you a picture of me wearing the ring too.
What about the red Miss Hell's Kitchen dress? I ain't seen no picture of that. Where's that?
What red Miss Hell's Kitchen dress?
The dress I wore for Miss Hell's Kitchen. You like I was gonna give it away. You're like Monet, can I have it? And I gave you the dress I wore for my presentation at Miss Hell's Kitchen. That Vicky Villaness made.
You mean the champagne color one that I made that you stoned?
No. Oh
no, you did bring it back. You gave it to Jacob. It's here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, it's small. This thing is whoa.
It goes on your finger. How can it be small? It's going on and off so easy.
Oh, it just this one's too big. Wait, what red Miss Hell's? What does it look like? What red Miss Hell's?
The red dress I wore to the one that presentation looks like it's an African dress with like the tree, the branch going to the front of it that I wore.
I literally did an entire photo shoot in that dress. Literally.
Oh, you did. You did for your Pride series. You're right. You did. You did. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I used to wear it to meet and greets all the time. I'm right now, if someone gives you something, bitch, I will send you a picture. I will honor the piece. I don't know. It's just maybe it's something I got from my mom, and I'm always like, so I recently gave this drag queen, I can't remember her name, but I went down to Marco's studio and dropped off a bunch of drag, and when she tags me in pictures of drag I gave her, I just get so filled with joy. So filled with joy. It's lovely. Lovely. Where are you? What are you doing, by the way? What are you doing? Where are you? Because you're not in a hotel. Wherever you are, this is not giving a hotel.
It's an Airbnb.
Got it. I'm
in an Airbnb in San Diego. And Dewan came. Dewan, you know Dewan. Dewan randomly happened to be here for work as well. So Dewan and I met up.
I invited Dewan to an event, and he told me he couldn't come. He said he'd be in San Diego.
Yeah, he's here for work. So we happened to be at the same time. So we had a little kikiana.
What do you?
I haven't done much in San Diego.
Can you give the address of the Airbnb? You won't be there by the time it airs.
Yeah, it's 372 Bear Falls Drive.
Rear Bear Falls Drive.
Bear Falls Drive.
What are you doing in San Diego?
I had to do this gig for a thing, but I'll tell you later.
Work. Last night I had this. Well, I don't. You know what? I'll tell you after the break. I just did a thing. Welcome back. I just did a thing. Honestly, I just had one of the most. This month has been insane. I just gotta say that out loud. This month has, and I don't think I'm being at all sarcastic. I think this might be the hardest month of my life in the past 15 years. It's been really insane, really insane. But last night was a truly magnificent night. We did this Broadway show. I mean, I wasn't in the show, but I was part of this. I went to go see my friends in Strange Loop. My friend, I went to go see Strange Loop and saw my friend in the show. I didn't even know who was in it until I was like, oh my God, John Andrews in the show. And I was like, I want to try to get this is such a crazy night. Like, what if everyone in this audience was Black and queer? This show would mean so much more. So I called my friend. I was like, can we make this happen? And then he helped me figure it out. And we were able to sell out this show last night. It was so amazing. It was Peppermint, Two-Face, T-Boy, Jada Balenciaga, Bassett, Mila Jam, Raja Feather Kelly, my friend Vic, a lot of my friends that I really love, and Arcia Stokes, and then also look down and fucking Kevin Aviance was there. I was like, what?
Oh my God, Kevin!
I looked down. I was like, oh my God, Kevin's here. It was this crazy night. It was so beautiful. It was so amazing. I was completely overwhelmed. I
saw Pep.
I got to sit on a Broadway stage.
Pep looked beautiful. Pep had the girls on. Pep looked gorgeous.
Truly, truly lovely. And that was a true gift. I cannot thank the cast of A Strange Loop and the producers and Michael R. Jackson and everyone involved in that show for helping last night happen. It was a true gift to be able to, and I want to do it again. I want to do it with more shows. I want to bring big Black queer groups to even more shows. We were able to raise money. We were able to get tickets to people who couldn't afford them. It was just really an amazing night. Speaking of gifts, that was great. What do you think is the best gift you've ever received?
I think one of the best gifts I've ever received would be, honestly, to RuPaul's Drag Race. I think that because of RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm able to achieve so many dreams that maybe I would have achieved. Who's to say I would not have? But it definitely has expedited or fast tracked a lot of my hopes and my dreams and helped me accomplish them. I think just the gift of being on the show really has changed my life for the better. And it really is because of that, I'm able to give people and to help people and to do different things in my life that I may not have ever been able to had I not gotten a chance to be on the show. So I genuinely will always eternally be grateful to RuPaul for letting me on his show and giving me a platform and giving me a career. And so it truly is, to this day, at this time in my life, one of the biggest gifts. And maybe because of this gift, so many other things have happened / will happen. So maybe this is the biggest gift I will ever get in my life. My big break was being on RuPaul's Drag Race. So that's one of my biggest ones. What about you?
RuPaul's Drag Race is the gift that keeps on giving. It is, I don't think, maybe you all do understand the impact of the show because you're listening to this podcast, and I'm sure most of you know us from RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah. And it is, it opens up so many doors, so many opportunities, it gives you access to so many people It gives you validation. It verifies you. It's like you're walking around in real life with a blue check mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It catapults you into drag stardom, which is wild because, a lot of times you're in New York City or in whatever town you're in. You're in Kansas City, Missouri. You're in Chicago. You're in Los Angeles. You're in Milwaukee. You're in Atlanta. You're in Tallahassee. You're doing drag. And I never started doing drag because I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be famous and I was doing drag. But when I first started drag, I don't think I ever thought I didn't even consider being on Drag Race. I was just like, I want to do drag. It just seems like so much fun. Mm-hmm. And then it was like the only thing I wanted to do. And and drag itself is a gift. Sobriety is a big gift to me. I cannot believe that I am sober. It is crazy to me that I have not done any drugs, alcohol, except for that time on stage on the Sibling Rivalry tour.
What city was that?
In 14, St. Louis, Missouri. It was the very first city.
All right.
I think. Anyway, maybe it was Nashville. But anyway, that I haven't done that in 14 years. That is really crazy to me. I fell in these rooms, those rooms with those people. The what? Yes, I've accidentally drank 3 times. I was kind of doing a bit, but I've accidentally drank 3 times in my sobriety. Is it an accident if you do it 3 times? No. Freebies, bitch. Honestly, finish the drink. If you had a sip, finish the drink, honey. No, I didn't finish. No, I never finished the drink. But in terms of actual gifts, that is a very sentimental answer. In terms of actual gifts, like things someone has handed me, worked on, crafted, or paid money for, I think I've had some really, really great gifts.
I have too.
One time Jacob got me this stone.
I want to shade anyone else who gave
one time Jacob got me this.
Like Monet didn't even mention my gift. Go ahead.
One time Jacob got me this stone like crystal case for my Switch, and it didn't really last very long because I was using it so much. But I really enjoyed it when I got it. That was a really lovely gift. I just really loved that. Kennedy, my assistant, she painted a jacket for me. And Whoopi Goldberg's pictures on the back of the jacket. I really love that jacket. I love it a lot. I should probably grab. I should probably grab it. Maybe there's a picture of it.
Yeah. Fans have given me so many nice gifts over there. I can't, like, I have, Patty knows this. I have like about 4 fans have given me jackets or some type of blazer with like a very beautiful mural of myself painted on the back of them. Or we have so many in storage. And when I finally move into my home and after I want to dedicate an entire room to be like a really amazing fan gift. So fans have given me so many nice things over the years. And Patty too. Patty is, anytime like we have like a big milestone or something, like when I first did, like when I was first on the West End, Patty gave me this really nice opening gift. So Patty's given me some really nice gifts as well.
What was the gift?
So I have my favorite candle, Santal 32. So Patty got me like this card and this like really nice candle from my favorite candle store. And these are not cheap candles. These motherfuckers are expensive, like hundreds of dollars. And Patty got me one for
what's it called?
On the West End. Le Labo.
Santal 42?
32.
Obviously.
No, I think that's the correct 33. But it's Lelabo. Just look up Lelabo.
Well, this candle's $500. I'm not shading this candle. Like, what the hell is going on in this candle? What the fuck is in this? What is in this candle? What is happening?
You sound like so. You are so crickety crunchy.
I just don't understand what is going on. There's this guy named Rico Taquito. I don't know his real name, but his TikTok name is Rico Taquito.
I'm listening. Just getting some water real quick. I'm listening. Yeah, I can hear you.
Lelabo. There's this guy named Rico Taquito that I follow on TikTok, and I have never wanted to buy a candle until he and this is a completely unpaid promotion. I think you ought to, I need you all to know right now, this promotion is complete. This is not paid in any way, but you can go to his TikTok. It's called Rico Taquito. And he has this candle company that he made with his brother. And I've never wanted to buy a candle until I saw these candles.
What is it? And
the reason I'm trying to find it's called, is it Grooves? I think the candles are called Grooves or Groove Gives. But when you buy the candle, I'm going to get this wrong, so please don't quote me on any of this. But I believe that his candles, each one feeds like 5 people. Like, it's like, it says like, they're called Groove.
Grew.
No, just like the word groove. Groov, groove.
That's Grove. Groove is with an E.
Oh, Grove? Yeah. Grove? I don't know. Groove. What does that spell?
Oh, Grove. Okay, there's an E at the end.
Yeah. But these candles, like, I can't find the wording on the website, but like each candle you buy buys like 5 meals for someone. It's so crazy. And I was like, I've never even heard of anyone doing anything like that. It's so cool. And I was like, bitch, I might start buying candles. Maybe as gifts. I don't know how much I keep them. I have enough candles in this house. People give me candles a lot.
I know.
But I thought it was so cool. So if you want to support, you can go to groovegives.com. That's GROVE gives.com.
Oh, Grove. That's Grove. It's 1 O. So Grove.
No, it's 2 O's.
You just said 1 O, bitch.
Well, I apologize. Jesus, it's GROVE gives.com.
Okay,
go to Rico Taquito's fucking TikTok, bitch.
Okay,
bitch, it's Grooves. I've been saying Grooves since the first time I opened my mouth. I've been saying Grooves the whole time.
Y'all, when you listen to this episode, because Jay, our editor, please rewind that. I cannot. I know I'm on the upside down. Y'all hear him saying?
Okay,
it's
I probably misspoke, bitch. I probably accidentally said, but I never said Grove. You said. I've been saying Grooves the whole time. Maybe I missed the fucking O, but Jesus Christ, bitch, go buy a fucking candle.
I thought I was going insane. That just sent me.
How? Me misspelling one thing one time, you're insane now?
No, I'm telling you, because of your accent or something, it's like you're saying it's something like GROVE, but I think you're saying GRO. Like you're saying GRO, but we're hearing GROVE.
Don't speak for yourself, bitch. Speak for yourself.
Nigga. We all listening. We all watching this right now. That's what we all heard.
Don't try to speak for everybody. Speak for yourself.
Okay, so back to gifts. So yours was that, mine was that. Okay, do you often give people gifts? Because like you and I were friends for a long time, and I think we've only exchanged like on a birthday thing. We've only exchanged gifts, and maybe twice. We're not like the friends that give each other gifts. They have friends that every Christmas, every birthday, they always give each other. We're not those type of friends.
You know, I don't. I like to give gifts to people that I'm like not gonna see again very frequently. Like when I was in Angels in America, I bought these really cool gifts for the cast because I knew I wouldn't be seeing them much. But I think that honestly, it is very easy for me to give someone a gift, and then my feelings will be hurt if they don't use it or if they don't do something with it. So I just be like, I don't give my friends and my partners and all those people like a lot of gifts. Like my assistant, I mean, I'll get you a gift like I bought Kennedy a couch, but like she's gonna use the couch, obviously. You know what I mean? So yeah. Like, yeah, she's gonna use the couch, obviously. But like gifts,
I bought me and Patty matching like, gold chains. I have this one, and Patty has the same one, but like a smaller size for him.
And like whenever I moved out of Zach's place, I got him some of these like custom coasters because he likes dicks, and I had someone, an artist, do like these custom dick coasters because he used to. I feel like he either didn't have coasters. No, he once said, I don't like my coasters. He once was just like, I hate these coasters. And I was like, okay, got it. I'll get you coasters when I move out as my like leaving gift. But if I'm like gonna be leaving someone, I'll get them a gift. But if I'm gonna see you all the time, I don't necessarily like getting gifts for people in that regard.
I like getting gifts for friends, like just randomly. Like I give my parents gifts like randomly, like in the year. Like I'll just like I don't like wait for birthday. If I like know you really like something and it's a time where I feel it'd be sweet to do it to, I'll just give you that gift then. Like Arcia, like recently, like Arcia wanted something, but she told me like a while ago. I surprised her with this gift of the thing. And she's like, "Oh, Kevin," I was like, "Yeah, I'll just do it like that."
What's the gift?
She wanted to come to LA.
Tell me after the break. Tell me after the break.
Nigga, I heard you. There's a delay.
I want to tell y'all, if you're a fan of it, sushi is delicious. It's incredible. But gas station sushi, not so much. I know Bob likes gas station sushi, but I don't mess with it. Right, Bob?
I love gas station sushi. I have gas station sushi every day. This is the joy for me.
Finding the right sushi really makes a difference. And the same goes for finding the right doctor. With ZocDoc, you can find the right doctor for you in your network and in your neighborhood. One that makes you feel like you're in good hands, you're supported, good bedside manner, which is very important to me. And you've heard, even if you're telling them about your favorite sushi place, they got you.
ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. On ZocDoc, you can find every specialist under the sun, whether you're trying to straighten your teeth, fix an achy back, get that mole checked out, or anything else. ZocDoc's mobile app is easy as ordering a ride to a restaurant or getting delivery to your house. Search, find, and book doctors with a few taps.
Find and review your local doctors. Read verified patient reviews from real people who made real appointments. Now, when you walk into the doctor's office, you're all set to see someone in your network who gets you. And let me tell y'all, I genuinely use ZocDoc before they loved Sibling Rivalry, and it really is the tea. You can go on there and people are reading, reviewing, and getting these doctors together. So you're getting real critiques from real people who actually go to these doctors. I love it.
You can read the reviews and you can read the reads, honey. Well, listen, go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your research for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/rivalry. Go to ZocDoc.com, find the doctor that's right for you, and book an appointment in person or remotely that works for your schedule. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
And we're back.
We're back.
No, I said we're back. Nigga, you delayed.
Kennedy. Monet, have you considered you keep acting like this is like some connection to me, bitch. You are the one in the fucking Airbnb.
But it's a very nice Airbnb. They have nice internet here.
This is the only thing that's changed between our normal podcasting is you've moved. I'm in the place we do this all the time. You're in a new place.
Anyway,
talk about your fucking your gift for Arcia.
I got Arcia a flight to come to California because she needed to do something for a thing.
Sometimes I buy tickets to things and I'll be like, see if he wants to come. Like I bought some tickets to go see Chris Rock, which is coming up very soon. I'm so excited.
It's November 17th,
and I bought tickets and I told one of my friends back in New York City, Keisha Carr, I was like, Keisha, you should come to LA and come see Chris Rock with me. Like, you gotta come. So I got the ticket before I even told her I was going to get it, and I was like, I hope you can come. Luckily, she was able to come. It was enough time in advance. But I'm like, I like that really excites me. And I like to give a lot of thoughts to my gifts. I remember me and Jacob worked so hard on these fucking gifts during Angels in America. These gifts were like so thoughtful. And I can tell you what the gifts were, but if you're not familiar with Angels in America, you'll be like, what? Mm-hmm. But if you are, you'll enjoy this next 3 minutes or so. So I got the guy who plays, his name's Steven Spinella. He plays Roy Cohn. I got him an octopus wine holder because he has a line about octopuses in it. I got my friend Carmen a custom star, a custom Fierce Drag Jewels brooch that was this star. What's the name of the star, baby? Do you remember? Is it? It's like the star she mentions in the show. Ethel Rosenberg, I think.
Yeah. It's sort of.
And I got her this star. I got her this like custom Fierce Drag Jewels massive brooch as a gift. I got this. I found a bottle of an ancient bottle of cologne. I cannot remember what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's some cologne that they mentioned in the show. And I found this like bottle of cologne that this character mentions from the 80s. And I had to like buy it off of like eBay or some shit. I painted my friend. I painted a picture for another friend of the show. I got one of my I made Randy Harrison this custom. I made it with my own hands. This robe that his character wears in the show. I replicated the robe and made it for him.
Mm-hmm.
I got my other friend like a little polar bear costume for her baby because she said that her baby turns into a polar bear. She gives birth to it was all this. Honestly, it was just really like we made a book cover to look like this fake book in the play. And I was like, I remember when I was headed to like work to give out these gifts, I was like, honestly, fucking these gifts fucking slap. Like these are great gifts. Jacob helped me out a lot. Jacob helped Photoshop the entire fake book. Jacob is a true partner in crime. Jacob might be ride or die. I don't think he would use that vernacular though, that verbiage, but Jacob might be ride or die.
I like a sentimental gift as well. So Dewan and I have been together. We've been friends for about 15 years. And one of the first things like bonded us together.
Spill it.
Was our love for Jasmine Sullivan. We both love Jasmine Sullivan. And we both wanted to see her on tour for a long time, but funds in the past didn't permit, and just time just never worked out. So when I saw she's coming to LA to do it for like her first big tour, I was like, Dewan, you need to come to LA. And I bought us like the best tickets. Like really, I said this before. We're like in the front row, and I bought him and I tickets to go to see her in concert. And it was like just a very great friend moment. We were like crying, we were like living, and it was really lovely to share that moment with her. And on sentimental gifts for Christmas, I think I kind of told before for our Christmas, my first.
Wait, before you move on, I want to talk about Jasmine Sullivan for 1 second before you move on from Jasmine Sullivan. What? I hooked up with this guy recently, and he showed up to my hotel room wearing this like Jasmine Sullivan shirt, and I was like, oh, you like Jasmine Sullivan? He goes, I love Jasmine Sullivan. And I was like, yeah, Jasmine Sullivan is really talented. I was like, did you buy this shirt at her concert? And he goes, no, I made this shirt. And it was just like a bunch of pictures of Jasmine Sullivan. It actually looked really good. I was like, girl, this could be like, you should sell this pictures to her as merch. It looked really good. It was just like a bunch of pictures of Jasmine Sullivan, like all over this shirt. And there was just something about him being like, no, I made this shirt.
I mean, that,
and I just wore it. And he wore it to her concert.
She deserves all the flowers.
Yeah. Were you about to say something about Christmas?
Oh yeah. For
Can you tell Andy we're working? Can you pass that message on, please?
For
nigga, are you in an abusive relationship with? What they said.
For our first Christmas, and for the first Christmas, Andy did the 12 days of faggotry, and he got me a gift for every day. And every gift wasn't super expensive, or whatever. They were just varying degrees of sentimentality between us. And the first one was like a sunflower mug and like a tea thing, and they got me this really nice honey. And they got me a game. They got me a book series of my favorite book. I love the Avatar graphic novels. And the last three were like these very nice and sentimental gifts. So I am a fan of a sentimental gift and not something that needs a lot of value. If it's like sentimental and sweet, I cherish that more than something that is a lot of money, for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, I agree. A lot of times if someone, so I kind of just like listen to stuff people say. And then if you say you need something, or you like something, or you want something, then I'll just kind of store that in the back of my head. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to, so like I think I've mentioned this before. I got Jacob this massive, it might be too big. Jacob was like, the only time I would ever want like a Jewish necklace as if it was the Chai symbol, which is like it kind of looks like pie a little bit actually. And he goes, I would want that like bejeweled. And I think he meant like this big, maybe, but I got one like custom one made. It is like nipple to nipple, just like massive, like custom high symbol. Am I saying that right, baby? For Jacob, as a Hanukkah gift one year. And then one time Jacob was just like, I need a computer. And I was like, all right, so then on the cruise ship, I think it was Jacob's birthday. Was your birthday? I got Jacob the laptop that I'm using right now, actually, the laptop that I'm currently looking at as a gift. Because Jacob was like, I need a new computer. And I was like, well, let's get you a new computer.
That's so sweet. On the subject of computers, I want to give a shout out to our editor, Jay. Our editor, Jay, really be coming through for us. And he's really one of the sweetest, kindest, most generous people. The laptop that I use, that I've been using for the past 2 years, Jay gave me this laptop. My old laptop, which I had had since my freshman year of college. It was a MacBook Pro 2013. It was my sophomore year. I had it from 2013 up until the pandemic. And like right when the pandemic started, my shit was on the fritz. And this, everyone was working from home. Like all the Apple stores was closed and shit. There was no way I can get a new laptop. And he was like, I can give you a laptop. I was like, Jay, I can't take your laptop. And he like completely just gave me his brand new laptop because I needed a laptop. And I've been using it ever since. So shout out to my little Jay DeFeo, who is so sweet and so generous, who gifted me this amazing laptop that I still use to this day. And also, he's so crazy. This shit has like 2 terabytes of fucking of space. It has a terabyte of RAM. It's like a supercomputer that I will never ever use in all the shit that's on here.
What was the other thing that I was trying to say we have a picture of? The necklace. There was something else I was like, maybe there's a picture of it right here. Oh, the whoopee jacket. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm writing down the things that.
Can we talk about the All-Stars gift? Can we talk about the jacket that you gave Monet and what happened with it?
Yeah, we can revisit this. So as you all know, years ago, I got a custom cardigan from Zero Waste Daniel, and Monet was like, "Oh my God, I love this sweater. Like, I want one." So then I got one made for Monet, and then we famously had a discussion on this podcast about how I had never seen Monet wear the sweater. Monet proclaimed that she wears it quite often.
I did not say quite often. I said that I wore it Monet
said that she's no. Before All Stars, Monet said that she has. Monet said something like, "I wear it. I do wear it."
Oh yeah.
And you said something that insinuated that, like, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I said that I wear it. I never said I wear it quite often. I didn't say. I said I wear the sweater.
I don't remember the verbiage, and I don't think you remember it either, to be quite honest. But
I know that Monet I wear it quite often.
Monet said that she wore it, and I was like, oh, so people have seen you wear it. And then, of course, we call people, not a single person on the planet had a clue or an inkling of remembering this jacket, this sweater. Despite everyone we called, they were all like, no, that does not even come close to ringing a bell. And then Monet, apparently, now you can take from here, and then you can tell the All-Stars version of it.
Well, you keep on talking. I'm gonna literally so on RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, one of my snatching characters was gonna be Whoopi Goldberg, and then when we do the walkthroughs with Ru and he talks to you about like what you're thinking of doing, yada yada yada. You don't get to see the entire thing. If they showed you everyone's entire run through, bitch, the episode would be 4 hours long, and nobody wants to see all that. So they didn't show the part where I talked about Whoopi and how I pulled out my dreadlock wig and I put on the sweater and I was going through my Whoopi stuff. I didn't show that. But there is a picture, there's like a video of me wearing it untucked and someone like freeze framed it and like tag me on Twitter. But so I'm gonna try to find the clip. Or I'll find it before this episode is done. So if you are watching this, you are seeing this is the clip of me wearing it. I can't control what they show on TV, but this is me wearing it on RuPaul's Drag Race. They just did not show it. like for as long as
I don't
like,
doubt that you wore
wanted
the sweater, but I do want to say that I released the notion of you wearing the sweater way before you ever took it to RuPaul's Drag Race, way before you were ever even cast on the show.
No, that's not
And
true. So we had the discussion when I took it to RuPaul's Drag Race. I took it ironically because that was around the time that we were having this discussion about the sweater. Because the show airs a year after you aired this. Yes, it was. I'm telling
Fake
you,
news.
it was. It was around that time.
You think that we had the discussion about the sweater after you got back?
No, we had the discussion before I left for Drag Race. Like we had it. We were having like that
so
spring.
what I'm saying
That's
is
what
by
I'm
the
saying. So I
time
took
you
it to
wore
wear.
the sweater, I had released
But
you
I
wearing
had
the
worn
sweater.
it already because the thing aired a year later. I had worn it a year before that. So it was in the throes of us talking about
What
it.
I'm saying is, no, let me say what I'm saying, and you say what you're saying. By the time you took the sweater to wear it, not when it aired, by the time you took the sweater to wear it, we had already had the discussion about the sweater. We had already very publicly, before you even got cast on Drag Race All-Star 7.
Right.
Before they were even, we had already had an entire discussion about this, and I had released it. I said, I release it. I don't care if she wears it anymore. It doesn't matter to me. Monet doesn't want to wear it. It doesn't matter. So you wearing it on the show was way before it aired. When you took it, before you were cast, I had already released me caring about you wearing the sweater.
I didn't wear it for you. I wore because it was working for my character. I was wearing it ironically. I wasn't wearing it to be like, look what I'm wearing on for you on TV. I was wearing it for the people who listen to the podcast, for people who thought that whole saga was funny. I wasn't wearing it to make you happy. I was wearing it because it was silly and it was ironic.
Okay, I mean that I didn't say you were. I was just saying I released caring about whether or not you wore it. I did not say that you wore it to make me happy. What I'm saying is I released caring about what you did with that sweater.
Okay, Jacob asked about the sweater. I was just saying why I wore it on Drag Race. We were talking about the whole saga of the sweater, and I was saying why I wore it on the show.
Again, all I'm saying is I released caring about you wearing the sweater. That's literally all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I did not say that you wore it to make me happy. I did not say that you did that. All I said was I got you the sweater. You didn't want to wear it, and that is what it is.
You're assuming that is not. You're assuming that I did not want to wear it.
You didn't wear it.
Okay, but that's not true either because I did wear the sweater.
Okay, super. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Amen.
Have you ever given anyone a gift that they didn't use?
I'm sure I have. Not that I've noticed or cared. Like when I give someone a gift, I generally am not like looking online. I'm not looking for them to send me anything. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not trying to get anything back from them for this gift I gave them. If they were in a seat, I'm like, oh, word, that looks cute. But I'm never keeping tabs on this person so I can see or to like make me happy that they wore it. I'm genuinely have never been that about a gift. Like I give it, I'm like in that moment, they're like, oh, thank you so much. And it's cute. And then that's it. And if I see it later, I'm like, oh, work, you wore the thing or you did the thing. I'm not
about maybe 20 minutes ago, you were asking me about my ring and my earrings and the red dress.
Because you said that every time someone gives you something, you take a picture. I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. But I wasn't like, Bob.
I'm just saying, you said you would never take cat tabs on it. And then about 20 minutes ago,
I was trying to,
in this conversation, you brought up 3 different gifts that you got me. And you were asking me about when I wore them.
Because you were saying that you said every time someone gives me something, I take a picture and I send it on my shoulder. I'm like, oh, I don't remember sending me that. What about those things? But it wasn't like, I didn't start a conversation like, Bob, I got you a gift and you never wore it. You said, guys, every time someone gets me something, I take a picture and I send it to them so they know that I wore it. I'm like, oh, I don't remember that.
Interesting. That was very interesting.
What about you? Have you ever given someone a gift and they didn't like it or wasn't received well? Or you didn't?
I literally just told you about the time. We've literally discussed this sweater, I think 1,000 times on this podcast.
Okay, besides the sweater, what about outside the sweater in your perception? What about something else? Another person?
I've also mentioned on the podcast time that I gave Katya a pair of Louboutins that were gifted to me, a pair of Wendy Williams Louboutins, and she wore them in the sand on the beach. And I was like, oh, that's not how I thought you would use these. And I was like, this is this is shocking. And I think also you remember, I remember you were saying like it does that you thought my take was weird, but I think that I still to this day think that if you give someone something and then you see them using it in a way that would like destroy it, you'd be like, what? Like me anyway. If I give someone a gift and they literally use it in a way that literally is like ruining the gift intentionally, that is very odd behavior to me. And I know you don't feel that way.
Did you know they were real Louboutins? Did you know they were real Louboutins? Or you think she thought they were like... Because, you know, there was this brand that used to sell red bottoms. Like, they would sell you like high heel shoes that were painted, or not painted, were red on the bottom, and they look like Louboutins. Like, did she think they were like authentic, genuine Louboutins? Or she thought they were just some shoe that you gave her for a gig? Or were you like, girl, I got these like, Wendy Williams Louboutins. You want them?
Yeah.
And also,
I told her the entire story of Louboutins. I told her the whole story of the Louboutins, and I asked her what size shoe she was because it's very Cinderella, and not anyone can. Only people who wear this shoe size can wear them. They were too small for me. It's plot twist. My feet are bigger than Wendy Williams, and Katya and Wendy Williams have the exact same shoe size. So I gave. I was on the phone with Katya, and I remember, and we were talking. She was in somewhere. She was shopping. And she was like shopping for shoes. And she like mentioned her. And I said, well, what size shoe are you actually? And then she told me, and I was like, bitch, I have a pair of shoes for you. We have a gig together soon. I'm going to give you these shoes and you can like use these shoes for this thing. Do you still, how do you feel about the idea of giving someone a gift and them like using it in a way that could like ruin or harm the gift?
I have two ways about it. One, well, because like to me it's different. I mean, not completely different, but like, you didn't like buy these shoes, but yes, they were yours to give away. So, I mean, I guess it is weird that she did wear them on the beach. But like, if you like went to Louboutins when you purchased these shoes and they were like maybe too small for you, couldn't return them, you gave it to Katya. I guess then maybe she was like, oh, bitch, he didn't buy these shoes. I don't know.
But do you think it's about the money?
It's not about the money. I just feel like it loses its value when you're like, you didn't like go and buy these shoes. Like, if you went to Louboutin and bought me a pair of shoes and they're like, hey, Monet, I bought these for you, I would be like, oh my God, this is so nice. Also, maybe Katya just doesn't put value on the shoes. She's like, maybe Katya's shoes are shoes. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people out there, like, Louboutins are like the Birkins of shoes. Like, you get a Louboutin, they will cherish these shoes. They will get get that little sole put on the bottom. They like treat them like they're gilded and gold. There's some people like, bitch, they is shoes. Them shoes to certain people. And Katya seems like those type of people. Seems like that type of person, clearly.
So let's say you gave the sweater to someone and they used it to like the sweater, Monet.
Oh.
The sweater I gave you. Uh-huh. And then they used it to like, I don't know, like they were like painting and they're like, oh, I just put this on. So I don't want to get my clothes underneath dirty or whatever. And they were like painting in the sweater and getting paint on it. Would you be like, oh, that's a weird way to use a sweater, even though you didn't go buy it yourself? Like, I got it for you. So I'm thinking, would they be like, well, Monet didn't go buy this sweater. She just gave me the sweater.
So are you saying that like, not I didn't get this, like, are you saying like I got this custom sweater made for someone?
I gave it? It's the sweater. It's the sweater. It's literally the sweater.
Okay, so
like, you didn't go get the sweater. I gave you the sweater.
You gave me the sweater, and then I went to go paint in it. I would feel like that is completely inappropriate.
You give the sweater to someone. So I'm trying to recreate the idea of the Louboutins. So the Louboutins were a gift to me. They did not fit me, so I gave them to someone else. So I gave you the sweater. You give the sweater to someone else because you're like, oh, it just doesn't fit me properly. You give it to, I don't know, Andy. It fits Andy perfectly. And Andy's like, oh, I'll use it to paint. I'll use it to like paint. And he's like getting paint on it. Would you be like, I don't know if that analogy works.
I mean, it's not the exact same situation, but I would be like, that's weird. I was like, did you paint that? I would think that was weird. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, that's really weird to use this sweater that way. I wouldn't be like mad about it. I'd be like, work. But again, these are Wendy Williams shoes that Wendy Williams wore for like, I mean, maybe there's more value in them because they're celebrity shoes and maybe you can get money for them because they're Wendy Williams shoes. But yeah.
Was there? I mean, it was there. I don't even know how much the shoes cost. They were just a friend of mine who used to come to my shows at Hardware got
Willie.
the shoes for me as a gift. Yeah,
Willie
got
St.
them
Clair,
for me
who
as
was
a
Wendy's
gift.
stylist. He's now Sherry Shepherd's stylist on the Sherry show.
Got them for me as a gift for being on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was like, oh my god! I remember I tried to wear them like once or twice, and I was like, these shoes, I just cannot get these shoes on my feet. No matter how hard I try, these shoes will not go on my feet. It's just not happening. And then I was like, well, I do want these shoes to have a life after this. So I ended up gifting them to someone else. Now today, I don't know where those shoes are. I have no clue what, when, where, or why those shoes are. But if you want to see them, Katya wore them in. Actually, I don't think she ended up wearing them because I can't remember if she wore them. Yeah, I think she wore them for like one scene. We were like on the beach, and she was like doing this bit where she would dig her heels into the sand and her toes would point like directly up, and she would like walk like that on the beach. And then I can't remember if it was in the dressing room or if we were like filming, and she was like, "These are the shoes you got me," and I was like, "What?"
Oh.
And she's like, "These are the Louboutins you gave me," and I was like, "In the sand?" Like getting all scratched up. And she was like, "What?"
Oh, this is so weird to me because like I never knew you and Katya to be close. I feel like of all your friends, I'm like they have so many other ones like Pixie, like so many other people who were like, oh my god, Louboutins. Like I never knew you and Katya to be so close
because
to
the shoes
like
were exactly Katya's size. So that, like a lot of my friends, they can't wear the shoe because it's like you literally have to be the exact shoe size. I was on the phone with Katya. Katya just explained to me that we were talking about shoes, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll see you soon. I can get you these shoes because I'm gonna see you in like a week."
It's just such a because Louboutins are such a. I would like hold out until like a friend who was really close to me, and I would like give them these really nice shoes.
Well, that is not what I did. I gave them to Katya. And then I think she may have like swapped out the shoes for another pair when I was like, what? On the beach? So if you watch Gay Watch, if you type in Bob the Drag Queen, Katya Gay Watch, you will you'll probably see the shoes. I don't even remember if the shoes made it to the beach or not. It was so long ago. We were in Fort Lauderdale on the beach wearing the actual outfits from Baywatch, which is so funny. And then I think one of the jackets went missing, and these outfits were insured for like thousands of dollars. And then like one of the outfits was like missing, like left on the beach or something. And they tried to get me and Katya to be like, you guys have to blah, blah, blah. And we were like, aren't they insured? Like, we're not paying. Like, why are you coming for us? They were like this. They were like holding it. They were like, this is from the movie. This is insured for like $50,000 or some amount. And we were like, okay.
Insurance, bitch, get a new one made. Also, I'm not trying to wardrobe.
I mean, I can't remember what I can't remember what I don't remember how they resolved the issue of the
check your bank
missing
account
jacket. It was literally just like
they definitely got you. Honey.
It was literally just like a little jacket that was like thrown over the I don't even know if we ended up wearing them because they made us look kind of frumpy. So we just wore the bathing suits, which is so funny because they gave me this bathing suit that this like tiny cisgendered woman wore for me to put on this fucking beach. I was like, y'all are wild.
I mean, y'all look good though. The bodies look good.
I mean, I fit into it after some extreme duress and some extreme squeezing, and I mean squeezing. And I was a lot skinnier then than I am right now. I do not know how I got into that garment, but baby, I got into it. And again, if you type in Gay Watch, Bob the Drag Queen, and Katya, you will see these like expensive outfits that cost somebody, I think, a couple of $1,000s, a couple of dozen $1,000s because someone misplaced a piece. Do it.
Does your eye make noise when you scratch it?
I don't scratch it that hard.
Like everyone always gags. Like, is that your eye? I'm like, yeah. I mean, can you hear this?
I mean, I've been around you and I've heard it before.
It just feels so good to scratch your eye like that.
Usually, if I scratch my eye, it's like this. I go. Where I go. But I don't normally do a lot of commotion that would make my eye,
nail like right in the corner.
That seems dangerous.
Well, you know, I do a lot of things that are dangerous. Bitch, we use weave bond glue on your eyes to put our lashes on. That's dangerous too. But here we are. Well, I use Prozac. You use weave bond.
You know, they say it's dangerous, but I don't really think it is because I've literally been doing it consistently for 14 years and nothing has ever happened to me. They say it's dangerous, but there just feels like there's no proof in that pudding. I think putting it in your eye would be dangerous.
Who do parkour
but I think getting
on buildings, Bob, and that's dangerous. Just because they don't die doesn't mean it's not dangerous.
But they get injuries. They almost all of them have injuries.
So
almost
they
every
don't.
single one of them has injuries.
Oh, you also wear glasses.
I've been wearing glasses since I was 4 years old.
Maybe it's done some more damage you haven't even noticed.
That's probably not true. I don't think that's how that works.
Also, we're not chemists. If the thing says do not put near this or is dangerous, I'm sure that the people who are chemists who do work on these things have done the research and the reasons why they say it's dangerous for your eyes.
All I'm saying is I've been doing 14 years of research. And I have never had an injury. I've never been like, I've never had a single anything. I'm not telling folks to go do it. All I'm saying is I've been doing it for 14. I have 14 years of hard research, cold, hard statistics on this subject matter.
I want to say, Sibling Rivalry, we do not endorse using weave bond glue in your eyes. Please, we are not saying that you should do that. Do use your own judgment when it comes to those things. We are not saying do that. Also, when you put weave bond glue in your lash, it literally, when you first put it on there, but your eyes are watering. Your eyes are tingled from the burn. So there's definitely something going on. It happened to me when I used to use it. I would get like almost like when you put like a mint near your eye, that kind of mentholy like feeling. It happens in my eyes when I would put it.
That doesn't happen to me. But again, I'm not telling you all to use weave bond. I'm just saying I use it and I've never had a problem with it for me. But I can say that the bottle says do not do that, and I'm telling you that you probably should not do that. But maybe this is one of those areas where I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be if you get it in your eye, but I also know people who who can't even use Duo. Like I know people whose eyes are so sensitive they can't even use Duo because their skin. I mean, you know, your eyelid is the thinnest skin on your entire body.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
So when you're doing all this, it's like you can tear it so easily.
It's
the thinnest skin on your whole body.
Yeah.
And I think your thickest skin is like your heel or something. I think that probably varies from person to person. I'm sure someone probably has a thick elbow or a rough patch on their shoulder or something. But yeah, I know people who like eyeshadow burns them. But also glitter glue really burn. Like glitter glue, like I have like 3 nights in a row and I'm like, I cannot wear glitter again. Different things affect different people differently, you know?
Not me. The lit one, I my eye before, like my regular eye 2 years ago was 3 years ago was that purple, smoking the purple. I used to do it every day. And the lit cosmetic glitter glue is really great. The clear one.
That's what I use.
The white one is like the white one is like the super duper hole. That means you do not want to get glitter off for the next 2 days. But the one in the clear yellow one, that's one I used to use daily, and I was fine with that one.
That's what I used to. Kim put me onto that because I used to. What did I used to use before? I don't even remember what I used to use.
You used to use Liquid
I think
Set.
I might. Yeah, Liquid Set. I might actually switch over to using lash glue. Then a lot of girls who use or clear mascara. I also know girls who use clear mascara to put glitter on. As well, but something about the lit glitter glue, and this is not an attack at lit glitter glue. I'm just saying for me personally, after a few uses, I'm like, my eyelids are on fire. So, you know, obviously all of our bodies have different chemicals in them. I mean, or different varying amounts of the same chemicals, that could have different reactions to different substances when you come in contact with them.
And on that note of glitter glue, I think we've done it, Roberta. Another episode of Sibling Rivalry podcast.